right, Leo, this is your video about the 3 things you need to embrace in this life. Leo North Node people, the 3 things you need to go toward and embrace in this life to really excel, to expand, to become who you're becoming, become who you are. And I will say at the end, I do talk about this in every one of the videos, about how I'm learning North Node matures over time. So once you recognize your North Node, things may shift as you get older or as you mature in your journey. So I'll talk about that in a second. But the 3 things that you're really here to do and embrace as a Leo North Node, number 1, inspire. Okay, that's that fire energy. That's that big, beautiful creativity and joyful energy. I just feel like you're here really to stand out for something, to inspire other people. A lot of it is about embracing your generosity, your natural generosity. Some of you, if you feel like that's like, if you're in Leo North Node and you're like, whoa, I don't feel like I'm being inspiring, I don't feel very generous or whatever, it's calling you to do that, okay? So North Node is a new language that you're here to learn in this life. It's a soul contract that you have, and your South Node is in Aquarius. So that's where you normally live, in that Aquarius kind of like energy of it's the team, right? It's the team that's inspirational. But in this life, your North Node is calling you to be inspirational. It's really about teaching us, right? Through that energy of your own fire. Okay. It can be through your creativity. It can be through your generosity. It can be through anything that inspires you. Turn around and show us how you're inspired, and that will likely inspire other people. The second thing you're here to really embrace is being heart-centered. So anything that you're doing or anything that is inspirational to you, it's because it's heart-centered. South Node as Aquarius can tend to be a little cool, can tend to be separate from heart, much more thinking. It's an air sign. You are a fire sign, North Node Leo, in terms of this particular part of your birth chart. And it really, Leo is sort of like the big heart. Like, think about the Cowardly Lion, and think about, he was just such a beautiful character, because he was there to inspire courage in others. But by doing so, he created his own inspirational courage inside him. He became a courageous character because he faced his fears, because he went at things and didn't want to, right? Wanted to jump out that window when he saw Oz, and he did. But because he was there to face his fear, he became an inspirational character. All right. So it must be heart-centered, whatever you are going to embrace in this life. It has to be, in order for it to blossom for you. And if you're doing things that you don't really feel connected to in a heart-centered kind of way, it's probably your South Node. It's also probably not what you are here to work on in this life. So think about what gives you what connects to your heart, what's most close to your heart. That really is the path forward. And the third thing, we talked about inspiring, being influential. Okay, your creativity, your generosity, your energy of love, right, is going to make you an influential person. And that's really on your path here. So one of the things that Leo North Node people have to remember is they have to separate people pleasing or approval from doing a thing that is in their heart and in their what they feel is valuable to inspire themselves. By doing that, you're inspiring a community, you're becoming influential, but you're not doing it to get praise. You're not doing it to be seen as influential or be seen as an inspiring leader. That's not Leo North Node's purpose. Leo North Node, think about this, is all about the creativity. It's all about the generosity. And creativity can be the difference between a performer who is, because Leo is very much the performer of the zodiac, the performer who does it art for art's sake, something that is meaningful to them, is moving to them, is, putting their whole heart and soul into their art. That's real art. And the people who resonate with that will see it. You're not trying to get everyone. You're not trying to be this massive. It's not about trying to be a massive success or someone on the stage to be, lauded by everyone and everything like that. That's not the why of what you're doing. What you're doing is you are influential because you're not seeking approval from other people. You're not seeking applause. You're not seeking the gold star. You're looking at things from the perspective of, this is meaningful to me and this is something worth doing. That's inspirational. Okay? It's not about getting the applause. The applause will come when you seek heart-centered work or seek heart-centered things to do in your life. That makes you influential. That makes you inspirational. So earlier in the video, I said that one of the things I've learned, I've been working with the North Node for a really long time. And one of the things I've learned is that as you embrace this journey, as you embrace your North Node, which is what you're here to do, it's your purpose, it's the lesson you're here to learn, it's the language you're here to learn. Once you embrace that, it can change and morph. The mission can change and morph. So if you are, and mature. So like, for example, if we're talking about a performer, you realize that it's not about staying in the same character all the time. There are plenty of actors in Hollywood who, they play the same person in every movie. You know who they are, right? It's like that's their brand and that's what they're doing and that's fine. But a Leo North Node is more about stretching the boundary and becoming the next thing, being creative. It has to be a stretch for them. It has to, bring them inner satisfaction. It has to bring something to the table. So it's not about playing this same character over and over again. It's really about following your heart through the twists and turns of life and finding that inspirational thing for yourself every single time and then breathing into it. So your work may have to do with something that is very heart focused for you. And that may have been different when you were 25 versus when you're 65, right? So that might change. It might change based on what's going on in the world. It might change based on what's happening in your life proper. And other people are having that same experience. So Leo North Node, that is for you. Really stepping into your creativity, heart-centered kind of choices that you're making, and being influential without expecting applause. All right. So you're doing it for a purpose and then you become influential because of that. All right. Leo North Node. So I've only really scratched the surface. So if you want to learn more about this, if you want to dive deeper in my class, I talk about how Leo and Aquarius kind of work together because that's your opposite sign. That's the South Node sign. So that's your past life. If you want to go deeper into this, I have a class, a North Node self-paced class. We're also doing some past life regression around how you got this Leo North Node assignment to begin with. So all those links are below. If you want to work on this a little bit more or learn how to embrace more, grab the class and we'll see you there.